Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
And
today we have landed right here in Chicago, Illinois. Now, we are here for a few reasons. One, they have amazing museums that we have never been to. Two, this museum has a specific exhibit on Mold-A-Rama. You know, the personal little toy makers. Get the little plastic toy. So our mission is to get all the Mold-A-Ramas here at the museum, explore the museum, bring you along, have a good day. Hopefully you're into that. If you are, you should like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment down below what other cool museums we have to check out, and we're gonna go do it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Step her up, let's go for this ride. As soon as we walk in, we come into a Pioneer Zephyr, like a train, right in the door. So we're heading in to the Museum of Science and Industry. We start from a sub-level to a lower level, then there's a main level. I've never been here before. Got our maps. You ready, Joy?
So exciting.
I'm so excited. First view. This spot already looks cool. Joy, it's raining on you.
It's on you too.
It is on me. Wait, I'm gonna get some green. Oh, we could catch it?
Oh, look at the colors now. Oh, look at the colors.
This one's called Hourglass. It's happening. The butterflies, Joy, they're landing on you. Yeah, I'm not good at remaining still.
Alright, guys.
I got one.
Oh my god.
But this is what we came for. The world's smallest plastic factory. I've discovered Mold-A-Ramas a few years ago. When we were in the Henry Ford Museum, we'll put a link down that below. They have these things called Mold-A-Ramas. You make your own little plastic toy right there in the museum. World's smallest toy factory. And they have an exhibit here in the Museum of Science and Industry on Mold-A-Ramas. And that's why we raced from New York, drove all the way to Chicago, because we're like, we have to get to the museum. It's here in 2023. We have to see this exhibit. We have to show you, and we have to make all the molds. There it is, Mold-A-Rama. Over the years, the museum has featured several unique Mold-A-Rama souvenirs beginning in 1967. And the first one they had was of Abraham Lincoln. We have a map also of the other molds we could find within the museum. Plastic can be any shape, plastic can be any color. I love it. My mom would tell me about them at the World's Fair in New York in 64, 65. And the fact that these machines still exist today and I get to experience them, I can't wait. The first one we have is a robot. I felt like we are driving here. I have this envelope full of money. But the reason is I made sure to go to the bank and get as many $5 bills for these machines. Because these machines now are based around the Chicago area, so there's actually a bunch of spots to get them. So in the following videos that we release, we're going to be going to other museums, because I'm trying to collect all the Mold-A-Ramas in the city of Chicago. It's a personal challenge.
And goes the money.
And you see the mold closing. It fills it with hot plastic, which you can smell. This whole exhibit you can smell. And then
there goes the pressure.
Yeah, shooting the plastic in, cooled then with water, blown with air, and warning. See this? Caution. Drops of hot plastic may remain. Hold upside down. Very true. Words to live by. I never knew that. Robot was a term popularized by a Czech author in a 1920 play.
Upside down robot.
It is amazing seeing all the different molds that have been made through the years, the different colors. Rosa Parks bus, we actually have that one from the Henry Ford Museum. I see a bunch, Joy, that we have. A bunch I wish we had.
I know. Look at this carousel one. What? No. Greenfield Village.
Ooh, that's the Henry Ford. We didn't get that one. Joy's like, we have to go back. What about this? Colleen Moore's Fairy Castle. This was too complex to make.
I love how some of them also like have either what they are or where they're from. To be like, oh, okay, I know where that is.
What she means is if we look at the bottom, you see like it says Henry.
Like this one says San Antonio
Ford Road
Zoo.
Factory Tour. San Antonio Zoo.
It's an industry.
That's where we're at. Jiminy Cricket, these are cool. Ooh, the Talman Bank Building. The Talman Home Federal Savings and Loan Association was founded in 1922 with its headquarters at 5501 South Kedzie Avenue. They were saying they don't know why this was ever made into a Mold-A-Rama, but it is here now, and we're gonna get it. They have to redo it. Do you smell what the Mold-A-Rama is molding?
Until now.
It's the Talman Bank. This one's really, really toasty. And I'm gonna flip it over though. It actually says, never underestimate Chicago. And in case you're wondering how this injection molding works, they have step by step. The mold cavity inside is reversed like a footprint. Heats to 250 degrees where the plastic pellets and pigment melt into liquid. A hydraulic pump squirts that gooey plastic into the cavity of the mold through the holes on the bottom, completely filling it. Cold water is constantly flowing through the block of the mold. This quickly cools the layers of liquid plastic that's touching the cavity of the mold. Step 4. Compressed air blows into the mold and forces out excess hot liquid plastic, which returns to the machine for reuse. Step 5. After the plastic cools to a safe temperature, the mold opens and voila! The pusher delivers the new souvenir to its owners. Souvenirs! I love you, Mold-A-Rama. I actually have the Eiffel Tower. I love, notice the souvenir may not be suitable for under age 3. Yeah, this one isn't actually a Mold-A-Rama. This is from on loan from Uke Souvenirs, which actually runs these machines in the South, and they're called Mold-A-Matics. So I guess they loaned them the actual mold itself. Oh look, it landed perfect, right up. Ba-bam. Some cool photos. These kids here are making the Abraham Lincoln. I wonder if this is actually a photo of their first Mold-A-Rama here at this museum. All I have to say is, I love these because you get to take home a souvenir, but I wish they still cost 10 cents. It is cool seeing the plastics. This is the mold we were looking at that they said just didn't work. But we actually have the mold and the actual toy itself. This one Joy wish she could find. A carousel horse one. And I wish I had a space shuttle. And they really do come in all the different colors. Joy, I have one question for you.
What?
These little toys, what are these novelties made of?
Well, they're obviously plastic, called a low-density polyethylene or LDPE. Basically, thousands of billions of plastic bags, packages, and other products use these materials.
They actually don't melt the Mold-A-Ramas, but the same plastic that makes the Mold-A-Ramas is used to make those. I never knew that. The word plastic means able to be shaped or formed. Abraham Lincoln. Abe really is honest, because that is hot. They didn't lie. I like that this Abraham Lincoln, compared to others, actually says Museum of Science and Industry. Bakelite began with a Belgian chemist, Leo Baekeland, invented Bakelite, the world's first fully synthetic plastic in Yonkers, New York in 1907. The durable, newfangled thermosetting plastic material was a 20th century success. Entrepreneurs molded Bakelite into hundreds of products, from telephones to electrical equipment and even Art Deco jewelry, which remains stylish today. We're learning how Mold-A-Rama all began, but I'm going to skip to the most important part. The Mold-A-Rama made a splash at the 1962 World's Fair in Seattle and then the 1964 Expo in New York. And we got some. I wish we could still go to Flushing Meadow Park and get a Unisphere Mold-A-Rama. That would be amazing. And just like that, we're out of the Mold-A-Rama exhibit. But trust me, this museum offers a lot more than just the Mold-A-Rama exhibit. You see this Constituga wagon? Did you know this equals to trucks? Because before farmers used trucks, they used these wagons to haul all their crops to market. I love with the wagons that we actually have it looking like an old comic book style showing about the wagons being used. And I have to say, what I really love about this, look, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, not that far away from us. And here we have a Concord coach that cut out the little boy sleeping as the woman's trying to read. But the cool thing about the exhibit is how they're comparing what that mode of transportation would be equivalent to today. Like this would be equivalent to a bus. We have fun little interactive I Spy games. It looks like how some museums have their backlog of stuff that's in the museum, that they just took random stuff from probably their warehouses and made a cool exhibit. So this I Spy is Animal Antics. From Coin Up, you see the little fox probably doing a magic trick. Oh, it's Puss in Boots. Tells the fortune. To the Donkey Bray. This I Spy is filled with science. This is very unusual and a little awkward. These penguins are dressed up for a masquerade, but penguins are already in tuxedos. Why do they have to get dressed up? We found one of the Mold-A-Ramas not in the exhibit, for actually in the museum itself. All the ships, the German U-boats sunk, all the classes of merchant ships. And that's actually what we are going to go see right now. The mold we just got is of a German U-boat. This museum has the only World War II German U-boat, aka submarine, that was ever captured. And the importance of capturing it wasn't just to stop it from blowing up U.S. merchant marine ships. The important part was to steal the technology that was on the German U-boat. We enter this room, and we're not talking like a little submarines in this museum. No, we actually have the full German U-boat in a beautiful display for it too. German U-boat. Mold of German U-boat. And they have a depiction of them boarding the German U-boat, and these are the boarding party. Navy soldiers that captured the U-505. We personally aren't doing it today because we got here very early and we don't have all day at this one museum. But as an add-on, you could actually take a tour of the German U-boat. As you see, the U-boat goes almost to the ceiling. That's why I guess they didn't have room, because here is its periscope. We also have some of the torpedoes that would have been on the U-boat. I like how a lot of spots they don't take apart the torpedo to see where actually the explosive would have been in the nose, and they actually show what a torpedo would look like coming out. And my grandfather was in the Navy, so was Joy's grandfather, but my grandma was in the U.S. Navy Waves, and I think it's cool that they have an exhibit on them too. Well, a little display near the U-boat on it. I always think it's crazy how things work out. My grandfather was a Navy officer that used to help on the merchant marine ships, and one time he felt a little sick as the boat was docked, and they took him off because he had the flu, and the boat left and it was sunk that day, and everyone on board passed away. They have a farm tech area, and of course when you think of farm, you think of a tractor. Walking around the lower level, I'm like, this museum's awesome. We came up the escalator and I'm blown away. I might have just found my new favorite museum. From planes to trains to automobiles with science. But this is where we're heading. Because you see there's this old coal mine. This is one of the add-ons. We actually get to go into the old coal mine. And we got that one. We're gonna go in the old coal mine. Joy, look, coal we can touch.
I know, right?
It's coal to the touch. Did all coal miners get paid in cash? No. A lot of the mines had their own currency that they could pay at their own stores. No. We're watching science happen. They stretch this rubber band. I heard it incoming. No one let go yet. So we just noticed the elevator that's taking us into their fake coal mine.
Oh my god.
Because we're on probably what would be their second floor, but it's technically like a fourth floor. So just think how far we get to go into this fake mine. Where am I? I'm trying to clock in, going to work. Look at that. You are here. Main shaft down. That's a long way. Check all our gear. Do you have your headlamp? No. Do you have your helmet? No. Do you have your dinner pail?
On this tour, we're talking about one major thing, and that's innovation throughout coal mining history. We're going to be diving into the social changes, the safety innovations, and mainly the technology that helped out the miners.
Sorry we left you behind for a few minutes. We got in the elevator and we learned we couldn't film, but we are still glad we did it. If you come, go there. The whole point is teaching of the innovations that evolved coal mining. And we even rode the elevator. We watched fire, there was fire, and then we rode a coal train. And these were real elevators and trains from coal mines. And I like the coal mine train. We were in like a fake coal mine and we watched the time go. So early mannequins were showing early technology and it evolved to modern technology. This was a cool exhibit.
Definitely agree.
I wasn't expecting when I came to this museum to get my own dark ride. Win! And we enter right near the farm area again. They have a milk pit crew where you could race. Can you handle the others quicker than your friend? When we were coming here, one of the things I wanted to make sure I saw and was able to share with you and Joy, Colleen Moore's Fairy Castle. Here we have the woman actually working on her castle. I wish this mold didn't fail because this would have been cool.
Come along on a trip to Fairyland. In order to go on this trip, you have to pretend that you are only 5 inches tall so that you
We have to pretend we're 5 inches tall. In memory of Colleen Moore. Imagine this one woman made this crazy castle. This building is so epic.
These, of course, were stolen.
Look at the grand ballroom. Stairs going up. And I love the way they're talking is if all these items are real and where they were collected from around the world. The narration of this really adds to the experience. Could they actually make this bathroom for real? I wanna take a bath in that.
The copper stove in the back of the room is the stove in which the Wicked Witch locked Hansel and Gretel. We hope you
Royal
enjoyed
Dalton silverware.
Fairy Castle, Bible in the world, and is printed with real type. prayer bench is a small book depicting the lives of the saints.
In this, like the chapel area, on the prayer bench is an actual Bible. They say it's one of the smallest Bibles in the world with real print in them.
Above the other door is Gulliver, pulling the Lilliputian ships through the
In the library, it's nautical themed. We have
The furniture is
Gulliver
made of
above the left door,
seahorses and sea
Captain
sails,
Kidd running the top. On the main floor, we have the great train room, and we actually have a train with the model train display behind it. And we actually have a mold of the train. The anticipation is killing her. But it's just like Christmas morning, you're getting your own toy and you're making it in your own toy factory. Choo choo! Ooh. I turn it up, I'm working the train. I'm making the shovel go faster. Buttons, buttons, I got the button. We have the Chicago area of the train display with, sadly, Willis Tower. I still call it Sears Tower. I love when there's a button. I lowered the drawbridge. And each of the train areas has their own thing. Like here we have the passenger story as the trains go west. Talking about different railroad bridges. Double button. Joy's ringing the horn, I'm loading the crate. I think we made it to Seattle. It looks like a Space Needle. I love, under the Space Needle, we actually have the Museum of Pop Culture. This is one of the most massive, complex train displays we've ever seen. I mean, we've been to Northlands, which is one of the biggest, room after room. But like, as a single display you can see all at once, this is insane and beautiful. And it even has my favorite thing, when train displays build the underground subway systems. I really feel the word for this museum is innovations. We're seeing how a lot of technology evolves. Because right now we're looking at a Milburn Model 27L light electric from 1923. So here we have an early electric car, and now we're looking at electric cars from 2021. There's actually a tornado in the middle of this museum. My mind's blown. Joy, did you bring your decoding ring?
Why?
Because we're about to decode life.
Oh. Yeah, there he is!
Ooh, decoding life. We have DNA, the double helix model. We actually have little chickens learning about life. Little chickens. Yeah, we're here with tons of field trip kids. And they're all banging on the glass. Don't bang on the glass. This is the coolest museum ever. We actually have a baby chicken Mold-A-Rama, but we might have this one at home. Joy's mom gave us one, but we think ours is orangey, so we're gonna get another one. Magic. I always knew you were good at picking up chicks, Joy. Even those plastic chicks. Ever wonder who came first, the chicken or the egg? We got a newly hatched chicken. And the last Mold-A-Rama of the museum is Chicago.
See it right there? That's nice. Wait. Where is it going?
We got it.
Oh my gosh.
Was the anticipation killing you? It was killing me. So I can't not go to Chicago and get Chicago. We don't have regular ice in this museum. We have extreme. We're going extreme. We're doing a science experiment. Can we make an imprint of Chicago into the ice? It's still hot.
I don't want to push it too much, but this way it kind of collapses.
Yeah, we don't want to break the mold. But can we cool Chicago?
Do I move it now?
We move it. Let's see.
There's like little indents of where it was sitting.
All right, well, you get the idea. We cooled it though.
We did.
With the extreme ice. I might be saying extreme jokingly, but it is a serious exhibit. They're talking about the Arctic melting, glaciers disappearing. It's a serious exhibit. We have a beautiful elliptical room, and you can stand in the corners and whisper each other. But I like the echo in the middle. I love whispering rooms. This museum really has everything. Now we're up to bicycles. A whole room on bicycles. This video you're about to see might take a few minutes. So, get comfortable and take a seat. Speak to me, Joy.
Hi, how are you?
She's all the way over there, you see? At the other end of the room.
Well, yeah.
Whispering.
Not really.
People in the middle are very loud. I can't hear Joy.
I know they're loud.
There you are. Take a tour of Switzerland, ride the rails with the roving little jelly ball and see all the sights. The lights have turned on. First of all, left the hotel, getting on the ski lift. I love the hikers waving at us. I guess you have to take the ball to the top of the mountain with the ski lift to begin the tour. That activates the little one on the top to go down the ski lift. As the train's going. I guess the tour is going to continue here. Happening with this one. We have the rock lowering, the car going up. Into the cheese evader. Going up a funicular. He's calling the hotel. I guess his room's ready. Even with the tourmaline. I love that someone dreamed up stuff like this. Swiss quartz works like a clock. Magnets too.
Going into the Swiss bank. Oh, I see. I like that.
into our hotel. Everything's done. That was awesome. It wouldn't be Chicago without Michael Jordan.
Clothing memories, I've caught them all!
We literally did, we got every single one in this whole museum. So there you have it, the Museum of Science and Industry. As you can see, this place is awesome. I loved it. I've come to see the Mold-A-Rama exhibit, but I might be leaving with more than obscene amounts of molds. I think I might be leaving with a new favorite museum.
Oh my god. It was pretty cool. It's up there. It definitely is.
We did drive 14 hours to get to Chicago for me to be a silly kid and get some plastic toys. It was worth it. I love it. I think we could call it.
I think so.
Museum of Science and Industry. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels.
Good eats.
And live life. I always knew you were good at picking up chicks, Joy.